Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of
Box Breaks with Bruce.
Now, this is our first video since our Pro Set Memories box breaks, which was quite a surprising hit, to be honest. I didn't think it would actually get as many views as it did, but hey, sometimes you never know. But today we're continuing with another thing that kind of throws us back to a simpler time. That is 2004-2005 Indie Game Franchises USA West Edition. So in my opinion, this is probably the strongest of the ITG Franchises products that came out, which came out in a three-part series. One was USA East, one was USA West, and one was Canada. So as you can guess, all the hits in here are from Western United States hockey franchises. NHL mostly, though I believe it also includes some of those defunct teams like the California Seals / Golden Seals, etc., etc. So before we get started and start opening up these fun boxes here, there's a couple little things we want to take care of. First of all is that user engagement question. Tell me this. Who is your favorite NHL player ever to have played for one of the Western US franchises? Also, if you haven't already, please like our video, give it that little thumbs up, turn on that notification bell, and please subscribe to our channel. So, what kinds of hits can we get in a box of this? Typically, there's one autograph and one memorabilia per box. Of course, as I mentioned, the USA West Edition is the strongest, so there's possibility for Steve Yzerman, Mario Lemieux, and Patrick Waugh. Some really strong names in there, but don't be mistaken, there's a lot of great vintage guys in there in the product. It's pretty cool if you get the right hits. But that's enough of me talking. Without further ado, my friends, alright. Let's get ready for box breaking. Okay. Alright, so each box comes with a box topper of one of the US West franchises. So, here we have oversized box topper of the Dallas Stars, whose first NHL goal came from Neil Broughton on October 5th, 1993. Very cool. Alright. So these all come in these kind of pseudo-wax papery kind of packs, which I've done a box break of this before on the channel, and they're a bit of a pain to open, but yeah, whatever. So if we spot the memorabilia hit, we'll try and save that for last. Otherwise, it's sometimes can be pretty tough with the he shoots, he saves cards in there. Yeah, actually, never mind, because the he shoots, he saves have cardboard look to them, so it'll actually be pretty easy. Okay, we have Don Beaupre. Led the North Stars to the Stanley Cup Final in his rookie season, and he never ever made it back to the Cup Final again. Tony Esposito, rest in peace, full right legend. Roger Crozier, another full right legend, also rest in peace. Point. Jack Veliquette of the Colorado Rockies, and Mike Liute. Bill Goldsworthy of the North Stars. Charlie Simmer. Lionel Conacher with a nice little corner dinghy on it. Alex Faulkner. And Ebby Goodfellow with the Detroit Falcons. Yes, the original Detroit franchise. Alright, next up, Phil Esposito. Kevin Stevens. Frank Mavlich. Point. Dennis Maruk. And Barry Beck. Oh, actually we got our memorabilia here, so I will set it into the box here, and we'll save that for very last. Why spoil the suspense for all of you joining us for this edition of Box Breaks with Bruce? Okay, Bob Pulford, classic gold and purple design, I like it. Michel Goulet, Jack Stewart, Ted Lindsay, an absolute legend, and Wayne Carlton, California Golden Seals. Danny Grant. Roy Shrimp Waters of the Pittsburgh Pirates, still the shortest goalie in NHL history to this day. 5'3", and Terry Sawchuk. Oh, we lost a base card, okay. Lanny McDonald and Bernie Federko. Fortunately, it was only a base card we lost and not a memorabilia, or an autograph card. Alright, we got Cesar Maniago, Rogi Vachon, John Ogrodnik, point, Gilles Meloche, and Wayne Babich. See, Gilles Meloche is one of those goalies I always really liked, and definitely if he hadn't have been on some of those rough teams throughout his career, he'd be considered one of the greats of the game today. But unfortunately, despite his skills, he stuck with some of those really not so good teams of the 70s. Alright, Stan Mikita, Guy Hebert, Randy Carlyle, Reed Larson, point, and Guy Carbonneau, the Dallas Stars. Fred Barrett, Charlie Hodge, Red Kelly, Doug Gilmore, and Gilles Meloche with the Cleveland Barons. Of course, Gilles Meloche ended up winning his Stanley Cups finally when he was a member of the front office staff with the Pittsburgh Penguins in 91-92 there, and he was even part of that 2009 Stanley Cup win as part of the staff. So at the end, all of his hard work and dedication, despite some of those teams he played on, paid off when he still got his rings at the end. Very well deserved. Luann Gotti, Terry Sawchuk with the Kings, Glenn Hall, Mr. Goalie, Joe Watson, and Denis Heron. Bill Mosienko, Bernie Nichols, Sil Apps Jr. We have one of his game use sticks that we acquired, actually pretty inexpensive, that we're still looking to move. Mark Howe, and Jacques Plante. Did a feature on him a few days ago in our segment called They Played for Them, because a lot of people can't remember that he played, in fact, for the Boston Bruins 8 games at the end of his NHL career. So we could hit an autograph. Very poor placement of it, might I add. It's kind of spoiled it, but oh well. Okay, Cliff Corral, Greg Malone, Bob Bond, the California Seals. Okay, that was a horrible thing, but Lou Nan, Minnesota North Stars autograph. That has got to have been the worst way to spoil an autograph card I have ever done in any of my box breaks ever. Okay. Lou Nan. And then the runaway card was Reggie Leach. Irbe's verdict. Nah. With that checklist and this particular product, Lou Nan is definitely one of the bottom of the barrel autographs for this product. Looks like we got another memorabilia card by the looks of it here, so we'll actually put that back in and we'll save that to the very end as well. So we got 2 memorabilia cards. 2. So 2 is better than 1. Alright. Dave Taylor, Moose Vasco, Bill Hick, Gary Unger, and Al McAdam. Of course, autographs get spoiled now in the back. Okay, no autograph in here. Okay, Bobby Smith, Doug Bentley, Les Binkley, Harry Lumley, point, and Neil Broughton. Alright, we have Dino Cicerelli, Odie Klegahorn, Marcel Pronovost, point, Chico Resch, and Bob Stewart, and Glenn Resch. Okay, Craig Hartsburg, Larry Murphy, Ed Jockman, that's right, he did play for the Red Wings, Kent Douglas, and Doug Favell, with one of his multiple iconic masks throughout his NHL career. I say it takes special talent to have masks that are remembered throughout time and history. Alright, Denis Savard, Alex Delvecchio, or Delvecchio, however you want to pronounce it, Tim Horton, point, Darren Shannon of the Coyotes, and Kelly Casillo, San Jose Sharks. Mike Murphy, Basil McRae, Joey Couture. Oh, we got an autograph. Sorry. Oh, actually, we got a memorabilia. Sorry, I didn't even notice. Double memorabilia of Roger Crozier. stick and jersey. I didn't even notice. Silver version, 1 of 60. Roger Crozier. It's pretty awesome, especially given we are super goalie fans here at Heroes of the Crease. Very, very nice. But before we judge it, let's see. Sid Howe and Gary Smith. Yeah, it's a pretty cool card. It's unusual, though, to get so many memorabilia in a box. All right, Irbe's verdict on the Roger Crozier. Heroes of the Crease, we love our goalies. And what do we love more than our goalies? Vintage goalies. And what do we love more than vintage goalies? That's right, full right goalies. I'm all about those full righties. Pretty cool. Huh. Well, I'm happy with this hit. And yet we still have others left to go. Charlie Gardiner. Gump Worsley. Or Lorne Worsley, if we don't want to go by his nickname there. Frank Foyston. Mud Brunetto. And Mark Hunter. Oh, we got an autograph, so we'll flip it around. All I saw in the back was that it's blue, but I don't know the player. Too bad this isn't an easy thing to open. Okay. Alright, so. Marcel Dion. Peter Mavlich. Mario Lemieux. Point. Herb Lewis, and it's a Los Angeles Kings autograph of Dave Taylor. Alright, Dave Taylor is certainly not a bad name. Dave Taylor. Nice, cool little signature as well. It's one thing you really don't see with the newer names nowadays, is some of their handwriting is pretty messy AF. Pretty cool. Dave Taylor. Irbe's verdict on the Taylor autographs. Okay, certainly, if you were to count it on its own, it would definitely be a pretty solid hit. But given the checklist, this is pretty much right in the middle, which says a lot about the product. Okay, so far we have 2 autographs, memorabilia, and 2 more memorabilia that I've set off to the side there. Unless I'm horribly mistaken and one of them is not a memorabilia. Then whoopsies. Bill White. Lunan. Steve Yzerman. Point. Patrick Waugh, and Frank Finnegan. Down to our last 2, and then we'll be a little quicker with our second box, since we kind of know what to look for now. Okay. Yari Curry. Murray Bannerman. Mike Bullard. Daryl Sittler. Point, and Dave Gardner. Actually, fun thing about Daryl Sittler, we got a redemption for Upper Deck Chronology 2 years ago, and it finally just came in today. So that's how long it took for Daryl Sittler to actually sign. But yeah, very, very nice card he ended up signing. So expect that up in our eBay store in the next few days. Dave Gagne, Carson Cooper, Sid Abel, Point, Derek Sanderson, and Bob McMillan. And now we move on to our memorabilia. Yeah, that's right, we got 2 more by the looks of it. Let's see how we can do it without spoiling the fun. Get the bases out of the way. Perfect. Okay. So we have Red Berenson, Craig Ludwig, JP Parise, Bobby Hull, Lowell McDonald, and it looks like the back. This is the back of it, so we'll turn it to the side so I can't see it. Okay. We have Penguins, Mario Lemieux. Game used, feels like a patch. 1 of 70. Yeah, this is definitely not a jersey piece. This could be pants, actually. This feels like hockey pants. Yeah, exactly. That's what it says. Game used Mario Lemieux hockey pants. Okay, that's pretty cool. Irbe's verdict. Oh yeah, Super Mario. You get a hit of Super Mario, you're not complaining. And if you do, you must have one heck of a high expectation, let me tell you. Alright, and our final one. Okay, this is it. Okay, dokie. Doug Harvey, Wilf Payment, Bobby Smith, Doug Bentley, Ed Jocomet, and same story goes again. Set it to the side. Get this guy in front. Okay. And we have, it's a Detroit Red Wings of Terry Sawchuk, double memorabilia. Holy crap, numbered 1 of 60. Now this box was insane. Holy moly, look at that stick piece. And then of course, a piece of pad or glove or blocker. Yeah, pad. Wow. Irbe's verdict on that hit. Baby, this is a nice box. I'm happy. It's been such a long time since I've gotten a box I was actually genuinely excited by. But let's do a quick recap, show you the kinds of stuff we got. So we got Terry Sawchuk, double memorabilia. Holy moly. We got Mario Lemieux, game used pants. Wow. Got a Dave Taylor autograph, which certainly isn't that bad, but compared to the others. Roger Crozier, double memorabilia. And rounding it out, Lunan autograph. Irbe's verdict on box number 1. Oh god, yes, this was fantastic. This definitely gets our approval. So, USA West Edition, box number 1 is a win. Let's move on to box number 2, see if we can top that. But oof, given what we got in number 1, that's a very, very tough act to follow. But that's just part of the fun, my friends. Okay. Kind of zip through the base cards a little bit quicker this time because there will be a lot of repetition, I'm sure. Anyways, alright, our box topper is Chicago Blackhawks, whose first ever goal was scored by George Hay on November 17th, 1926. Wow. A very, very long time ago. Alright, so once again, we'll start in that left stack. Company business card just wants to run away. Perfect. So we know what to look for now. We know where the autographs are hiding, and we know what the memorabilias look like. Again, I've opened multiple boxes of this in the past. I don't think I've ever had one like the last one where there's 3 memorabilia and 2 autographs. But I am not one to complain about cool stuff like that. Denis Savard, Alex Delvecchio, Tim Horton, Point, Bob Stewart, and Gary Croteau. As I said, we're going to zip through a little bit quicker because now we've seen the we've seen the base cards. Now we're just in it for the good extra stuff. Dave Gagne, Carson Cooper, Sid Abel, Point, Herb Lewis, and Patrick Waugh. Mike Murphy, Basil McRae, Joey Kosur, Joe Mullen, and Wilf Payment. Charlie Gardner, Gump Worsley, Frank Foyston, Mud Brunato, and Doug Harvey. Okay, we have an autograph. Yeah, let's leave it to the end this time now that we know what we're looking for. So we have 1 autograph off to the side already. Build up some of that suspense. Okay. And 1 memorabilia. So autograph on the left, memorabilia on the right. Volleyed and thundered, am I right? Yes. So can we top the previous box? That's a tall order, I think. Yari Curry, Murray Bannerman, Mike Bullard, Daryl Sittler, Point, and Mark Hunter. Moose Vasco, Dave Taylor, Bill Hick, Frank Finnegan, and Dave Gardner. Bobby Smith, Doug Bentley, Les Binkley, Harry Lumley, Point, and Derek Sanderson. Gotta throw it out there too, Bobby Smith is a wildly underrated NHL player. Most people when they hear the name don't even think much of it, but and look at his career stats. He's almost point per game, 1,036 points in 1,077 games. He's, in my opinion, the definition of a forgotten gem in the non-goalie world. Dino Ciccarelli, Odie Cleghorn, Marcel Pronovost, Bob McMillan, and Gary Unger. I said zipping through the base because we saw what they look like in the previous box. No need to rehash old news. Glenn Hall, Larry Robinson, Paul Coffey, Al McAdam, Neil Broughton. So far only 1-1, which is more consistent, but who knows what it'll be. Craig Hartsburg, Larry Murphy, Ed Jokerman, Kent Douglas, and Chico Resch. On to our second stack. Dirk Graham. Love these throwback jerseys. Keith Acton, Harry Howell. They go for a lot of money if you can find a game-worn one of those. Like, mad money, even of secondary players. Lanny McDonald and Bernie Federico. Of course, our company's all about game-used memorabilia, so we like our history of that as well as cards. Okay. Johnny Gottslig, Butch Goring, Norm Ullman, Rikiho, and Brian Hayward with the legendary goalie mask that, despite how few games you played with San Jose, lives on and fondly in the memory of almost any goalie fan. Pat Stapleton, Vladimir Konstantinov, sorry about him, Pierre Larouche, Ray Bourque, and Harry Bouchard. Yeah, Konstantinov, very solid player, unfortunately was injured and no fault of his own either for the injury, and then killed his pro hockey career and his quality of life as well. Brian Bellows, Bill Masterton, Carol Vadnais, Kirk Muller, and Greg Smith. So what you're seeing, yeah, this is much more typical of a box of this product. That last one was something else. Max Bentley, hey, Grant Fuhr, Bruce McGregor, Dave Schultz, and Dickie Moore. So we have some base cards that actually aren't duplication this time around, which is cool too. Dennis Hull, Harry Bouchard, Ted Hampson, Pat Falloon, and Gary Sabarin. Don Beaupre, Tony Esposito, Roger Crozier, it's a repetition of the first pack from the first box, Jacques Plante, and Reggie Leach. Bill Goldsworthy, Charlie Simmer, Lionel Conacher, Alex Faulkner, and Jack Valaket. Phil Esposito, Kevin Stevens, Frank Mavlich, Michael Liut, and Ebby Goodfellow. 3 packs left. I highly doubt we're matching the quantity of hits from the last break. Quality? Who's to say until we open those hit packs. JP Parise, Bobby Hull, Lowell McDonald, Point, Dennis Marouk, and Barry Beck. 2 packs left before we get to our packs with hits in them. Bob Pulford, Michel Goulet, Jack Stewart, Ted Lindsay, and Red Berenson. So on to our last pack. As I said, 1-in-1 is the ratio this time around. Danny Grant, Roy Waters, Terry Sawchuk, Point, Craig Ludwig, and Wayne Carlton. Start with our autograph card. Okay, so the autograph is at the very back, so this way we don't know what it is this time around. Marcel Dion, Peter Mavlich, Mario Lemieux, Point, Wilf Paymont, and it is a King's autograph of Butch Goring. It's quite a solid player. Solid. But what does the Irbe Bobblehead of Judgement think? It's okay. Again, with the checklist, when Butch Goring is just an okay, you know how good the potential autographs could be in a product like this. Alright, and on to our loan memorabilia. So we only have 1 this time around, my friends. Okay. Okay, so we'll get the base cards over here. Okay. We have Sid Howe, Gary Smith, Bill White, Lou Nan, Steve Yzerman. Okay, we'll do what we usually do. So we get it like this, and we see that it's a Red Wings. Steve Yzerman. Oh, wow. Steve Yzerman, game used stick card. Silver version, 1 of 70. I believe that's a Easton logo, if I'm not mistaken, off of the stick. Haven't seen one of those in a while, but yeah, pretty cool. Irbe's verdict on the Yzerman. Very cool and very fitting right after an Yzerman base card to get an Yzerman memorabilia. So we got 2 hits in this box versus the 5 in the previous one. One really good one, one okay one. Actually, it's pretty good, let's be real, but not as good as some of the others in there. Irbe's verdict on box number 2 of ITG Franchises. We were very spoiled with that first box, so the second would, of course, have a lot to live up to, which the Eiserman stick was nice. I had a lot of fun. Pleasant surprise with box number 1 there. And, of course, these boxes are getting tougher and tougher to find nowadays. So, I'm glad you all came by and chose to share this 20 plus minutes of your life with me. Until next time, my friends, have yourselves an excellent day. Bye-bye.